What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar Talks Football, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, guys, to this premiere episode of the Gunners versus, or basically the Blaugrana X Gunners Podcast. Big up to every single one of you guys who are here. Listen, big up to my guy, Northside, every single time. Appreciate you, brother, for the redirect, man. I hope you are doing well. Listen, guys, Northside will be joining us very, very, very soon. And yeah, man, listen, we're going to be doing this, guys, because this is the new show, guys, that I do plan on starting on the channel from now on, guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you're new, right? Big up to every single one of you guys who are already in the building. And yeah, guys, listen, this is the show, guys, that I do plan on starting very, very soon, guys. It's going to be basically a Premier League-esque, La Liga-esque, show, guys, where we're going to be talking about, the latest as far as, La Liga, specifically Barcelona news. And also we're going to be talking about everything Arsenal, guys. We're going to be talking about everything Arsenal. We're going to talk about the Premier League as well, right? So, listen, the man of the hour is here. Yo, listen, big up to my guy, Northside. Appreciate you every single time, man. Listen, Northside, I see you rocking the home kit. I got the cup kit, man. Listen, we just won in the cup. We're in the semifinals, bro. I had to rock in the the winning jersey, right? But listen, man, big up to you for being back, and I'm glad you're wearing the colors, man. You're indoctrinating into the culture here in Barcelona, man. Well, big up to you, man. Appreciate you for being here.
No, big up, man. No, I'm enjoying it, man. I love the city. I'm happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? And the family's settled. Everyone's good. You know what I'm saying? And then we signed the contract, man. I'm good, man. You know what I mean? What are you saying?
Hey, listen, man. I've been telling people. People don't believe me when I've been saying it. I've been telling people. I'm like, listen, guys. Barcelona right now, we've recruited man like Noah said. Listen, if Liga decided to go to the enemies, that's fine, bro. We don't need Liga out here, man. We got the real guy in here. And listen, you know what? I actually needed you on my side because the way, these Madridistas we're talking like Dave and all these guys, I needed somebody to cook these guys. You feel me, right? When we win, I need someone that can do the right cooking. We know when it comes to Northside, nobody cooks like this guy. You know what I mean, right? He's got the degree on it, right? And we needed this. But obviously, Northside, this is the new show that I do want to talk about, and we're going to talk more about this because we've been kind of alluding to this for a while. And listen, basically, this show is going to be about basically Barcelona and Arsenal, basically La Liga-ish and Premier League-ish. So let's actually start with Arsenal, right? And we'll finish with Barcelona, but let's actually start with Arsenal, right? So midweek, we both had a cup game, right? We played in the Copa del Rey quarterfinals against Albacete, which we'll talk about later. But you guys had a crucial game, semifinal, second leg against Chelsea, right? Obviously, you guys did the hard work away at Stamford Bridge, getting the win, the 3-2 win at the Bridge. And look, I didn't get a chance to watch it because I was doing the watch-along of the Barcelona game. So I didn't get a chance to watch it live. I had to go back and watch it. And yeah, you guys won 1-0, late goal by Kai Havertz, giving you guys the victory. And now, man like Arteta is back in the final for the first time since the year he won the FA Cup, right? This is the first final he's going to. So let me know how you feel, because listen, you're not a fan of the manager. That's not a surprise. Many people already know that. But you are basically one game away from a trophy, which is the one thing that you've been calling out for. How do you feel, man? Like, just being in this final, man, like, honestly.
Yeah, I just feel like this is where Arsenal are supposed to be. This is where they're meant to be. They're supposed to be getting to finals. They're supposed to be winning cups, and they're supposed to not be going 20 odd years without winning a league title. I've always said, I'm not saying that we have to keep winning it back to back and keep winning it every year, but it shouldn't be a 20-year gap between winning titles. That's my thing. When you're a big club, an established club within the league, within British football, you should not be going 20 odd years. I think that's absolutely unacceptable. Even 6 years, it shouldn't be 6 years. But like I said, I want to win every trophy. No one's ever heard me say that, I wouldn't take the cups. The problem is, it's been so long that the cups are no longer good enough for him to keep his job. I always celebrate a trophy. 100%, I'll celebrate the trophy, but it's not enough. If we win the Carabao Cup, I'll celebrate it for my football club. But that doesn't give Arteta, another year at the club. He has to win a major. You know what I mean? And that's always what I've said. If he wins a major, then I'll say, okay, fair enough. I didn't expect you to win the league because you've bottled so many other league titles. And let's see if you can win it again. I think you deserve a chance to win it again. And that's what it's been. And until he proves me wrong. But I think these are always the situations where we question this manager, where he hasn't really got to a final since his first 6 months in charge.
Yes.
He doesn't get to finals, so he's got to a final, but it's always been the pressure moments. Those have always been the situations where we look at him and say, why didn't you do enough? Even semi-finals, like going up against Bayern Munich or going up against PSG, those are the big pressure moments. It's like, okay, can you get it over the line? Being 8 points clear in the league title, 22-23, bottling it from an 8-point advantage. These are the situations we look at and say, okay, cool, can you get it over the line? Man City falling off last year and us being in a position where we're going up against Slot that's new to the league, people written off that Liverpool squad saying they need a rebuild, saying that the squad ain't good enough. Darwin Núñez, Slobosly, all these players saying, yo, it ain't good enough. You didn't take advantage of Man City being weaker. When this whole process, this whole 5-6 years up until that point, people were saying, the Arteta will win once Pep's gone. Well, Pep wasn't in the conversation last season, and he still didn't win it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, it's just one of those ones, bro. Can you get it over the line? That's the biggest question mark about Arteta. Everybody knows he can compete. Can he get to a semi-finals? Yes. Can he be in a league, in a title race? Yes. But can you be champion? That's the biggest question mark, and he's still got a lot to prove. But big up to the squad. We didn't play well against Chelsea. We were absolutely shambolic in terms of going forward. Defensively, we didn't offer anything. But we got over the line. And Declan Rice with a great ball into Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz runs the goalkeeper, puts it in, and ultimately we're rewarded with being pragmatic in that semi-final. But now the final, we have to play to win. You have to play to win. You don't want to take it to penalties. Penalties is a very nervy, anxious position to be in. You know what I mean?
It's a situation. Yep.
Yeah, it's not a penalty. You're not fully in control of how that goes. It's a flip of a coin. So hopefully in the final, you know what I mean, we put Man City to bed, and it's a Man City team that even City fans are just doing a show now. Big up Yamin, big up Hamza. It's a Man City team that even they don't feel confident. They don't feel confident of past years. Man City used to be, it don't matter who we bring on. We'll beat anyone. They've got a lot of question marks with Pep because he's been getting a lot of things wrong. So ultimately, this is a City team that's there for the taking, bro. It's a City team that's had 3 draws at the start of January. 3 draws. They got slapped up by Bodo Glimt. They got slapped up by Man United. They bottled a 2-0 lead against Spurs. This is a City team that can get got at. Well, we're supposed to be the best team in Europe, according to my fan base, and a manager that we have to tie down to a contract extension because every top team in Europe, according to my fan base, wants Arteta. So we have to prove that. We have to prove that we've got the best squad. We have to prove that we've got the best manager. And we have to prove that there's nobody else in Europe that's better than us and go win these trophies that are there for the taking. So that's how.
Just do me a favor, Nosa. Just continue. I'll be right back. My team is
no worries. But yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, there's 2 versions of Arsenal that we see. There's a version of Arsenal that you see against Atletico, that you saw against Spurs, that absolutely slapped them about. You know what I mean? Bayern Munich game, we were very dominant in that game. But then there's the Arsenal that you see against Sunderland, Chelsea, so the Arsenal team you see against Fulham, West Ham, the Arsenal team you saw against, earlier in the season against Liverpool and Man City, the Arsenal team that played against Man United, the Arsenal team that almost bottled it against Bournemouth, the Arsenal team against Everton. These are not good performances. These are performances that leave a lot to be desired. So there's been 2 versions of Arsenal this season. There've been a lot of games that we haven't looked good. You know what I mean? And we haven't taken advantage. The Arsenal team that there's pressure going into the Liverpool game, we drew that. The Arsenal team that goes up against Nottingham Forest, we drew that because Man City dropped points. So I don't want us to continue playing the way we played against Chelsea. I want us to put games to bed. You can't have that approach in the league when you think you can defend and you have no incentive to kill off the game. It's a very big risk. And like I said, Arsenal fans keep talking about we don't lose many games. It wasn't through the losses that we lost the league. I have to keep saying this. It's not about the losses, it's about the draws. And when we have too many draws, that's where we're going to lose the league. And let's be, before I'm going to end it on this. The reason that Man City are still in touching distance is because we didn't take advantage when we had the advantage.
Yeah, like the Liverpool draws and those opportunities.
Even dropping points against Sunderland, we should be getting wins. Chelsea going down to 10 men, you should be winning that. They're down to 10 men, and these are the games that you look and you say, these are the drop points that you look at and say, this is where we're going to come back to end of the season if we don't win it, saying, we should have won these games, But hindsight is what it is. At the end of the day, I always want my club to learn from the past. And when I don't see them improving on that, I got a massive question mark, because even in our number 10, nobody's holding the number 10 down well at Arsenal. Havertz hasn't been playing well in the number 10. Eze's not been playing well in the 10. And Odegaard hasn't been playing well in the 10. These are massive question marks. Plus, I'm seeing Timber, Odegaard, and Saka weren't in training today. Are they injured? Don't know.
No, that's definitely food for thought, for sure. Because, listen, at the end of the day, sometimes, you know what it is? Sometimes winning that first trophy can mean a lot. I can tell you from experience, especially for us last season, right? When at this time last year, we just won the cup, right? When we won the Super Cup, beating Real Madrid 5-2. That was what changed our season. When we won that cup, it was like it just gave this team the boost that they needed to just go wild. We went on a crazy winning streak. We ended up sweeping the Copa del Rey, swept up La Liga, and then we were literally seconds away from a Champions League final. And I'm looking at this game for you guys in the Carabao Cup, and I'm thinking, winning this trophy, what will it do for Arteta? Will it give him the motivation to be like, okay, we finally got that trophy. We finally got that hood off our back of when are we getting that first trophy? Okay, now let's go finish the job. We're now on top of the table. We're top of the league. We've just beaten our title rivals to win this cup, right? Now let's go and win the actual Premier League. Because here's the thing, man. I agree with you. Now, you know me. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I'm a fan in general of football, right? And I've already said the things that this manager has gotten away with, no top manager get away with that. No top team lets a manager get away with what this man has got away with. This guy would not survive at my club. This guy would not survive at Real Madrid. This guy would not survive at Bayern Munich. He would not survive at any big club. Bro, big up to Omar in the chat. He is a Madrid fan. Alonso was supposed to be the next big thing. The best thing, bro. This guy went to Leverkusen and won and went invincible. You understand what I mean, right? And guess what? He couldn't survive this smoke. Bro, pressure was too much at Real Madrid. Because over there, it's win now. Win now. He lost that cup against us. He got sacked the next day or resigned or whatever it was. He was gone. He was gone. Because at Real Madrid, the expectation is high. We just lost to these guys last year in the cup. We can't afford to lose back-to-back. The fact that this manager has survived for as long as he did is unacceptable. And this is where I always call out, like, when it comes to your fan base, it doesn't make sense to me. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of people, like, for example, like, big up to Lee, my guy Lee, right? Big up to Lee, right? See, Lee has that big club mindset. And he doesn't understand when, I guess, like, clubs in the mid-table don't have the same mindset. But I kind of get it. Because if you've lived your whole life, never seen your club accomplish anything, you're not really, you don't really expect much from them. You hope that one day your club can compete and win trophies. You understand what I mean, right? But you understand where your club's limitations are. The problem with Arsenal is they're not a small club. The fans need to stop having this small club mindset. You guys support a big club, one of the greatest clubs of all time. Look at the fan base that you guys have worldwide, right? And it's not just because of merchandise and stuff. There's history behind this club. This club is the only club to be invincible in the Premier League, right? We've seen some of the best players in the 2000s in the world play for this club, right? This club has heritage. You understand what I mean, right? And for the younger fans, for the younger fans, I understand it. The older fans, I can't excuse it. Because I'm not saying you should have the same kind of expectations for some of these players, but you should have the expectations that the best players should be playing for your club. Now, I get this all the time. Big up to all my people in my chat. They know me. I keep it 100 when it comes to my club. Nobody is immune from criticism from me when it comes to the players. My chat will tell you, every single person in my squad has gotten the smoke from me. From the goalkeepers to defense, to the midfield, to the attack. I don't care if your name is Lamine Yamal. You've gotten it from me. You understand what I mean, right? Doesn't matter. The manager, the president, everybody gets it. Because you know why? Because I have a certain kind of expectation for my club. I grew up. I got into this game at the age of 10. I saw some of the best players in the world, players that are considered GOATs today, play football. So I know where my club should be. So I am like, bro, if you wear this shirt, if you wear this badge, you need to perform to that level, or out the door you go. You understand what I mean, right? Yeah. So for me, I'm looking at this, right? And I'm like, okay, he's made it to the final. That's the first step. Now go and win it. Because it's not there's not an excuse anymore. No more excuses. You have to win this trophy now. I'm sorry, bro. The fact that you've gone, like you mentioned, the fact that he's gone for over 5 years on a trophy trial means that he has to win this trophy. He has to win it. There's no excuse about now we made it to the final. We're unlucky. No, win it now, or you're out of here. I mean, what do you think? Do you think that's the case for you? If he doesn't win it, that's it. Like, there's no excuse. He has to win it. Must.
No excuse, bro. No excuse, bro. Look at the situation that we're in. Man City, Rodri's coming out complaining about VAR. Flipping Pep is complaining about referees. Their team keeps bottling opportunities to catch up to us and make the points difference smaller. Aston Villa losing against 10-man Brentford 1-0, even though they had a man sent off. Then you look at everybody else. Chelsea, they're not in it. Everybody else, Man United, all of them, not in it. What else do we need? What else do we need?
Yep.
You know what I mean? What else do we need, bro? Like, at the end of the day, let's be real. Liverpool had to go up against prime Man City. We're not going up against prime Man City. We're going up against Man City that bro, they barely can register a win in January. These guys just keep bottling it. You know what I mean? And they're very up and down with their performances. So everything is there, bro. Everything is there. Like, there's no... All our rivals looked rattled. It's ours to lose, bro. I'll just be real. It's ours to lose. Like, this league is ours to lose at the end of the day. But like you said, we have to go out there and do it. We have to go out there and do it. And that's where I don't know. Like I said, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't trust this manager in pressure moments. I can't lie. He has to prove to me, bro. He's given me 6 years of struggling to get over the line, bro. You know what I mean? And he's been a manager as well that's thrown away the cups. Let's not forget that. He's been a manager that's always had to throw away all the cups to focus on the Premier League and then not win the league. So it's just one of those ones. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like we can do, if we win the Carabao Cup, with the way I'm hearing things out from the Man City camp, Arsenal winning the Carabao Cup final could affect Man City mentality, because they don't seem to be the mentality monsters of previous years. And it also gives the players belief that they can go toe-to-toe against Man City and win trophies against them. I think that's been our biggest crutch, where they've mentally they've feared Man City. I'll be real. I feel like this manager and these players have feared Man City. I think we can get over that. I think we can get over the hoodoo if we beat them at Wembley to win the Carabao Cup. I think that for us does a lot more, not just winning a trophy, but raising the mentality of this football team.
I agree. That's the point I was making at the start of what I was saying, because I feel like I've seen it with my club. Because the thing is, last season when Flick arrived, we started so well, so well, right? We were going a madness. We beat Real Madrid 4-0, given their first L of the season, right? Absolutely battered them. We looked like we were going to run out of sight. And then literally, after the Clasico, I remember last year, when we lost to Sociedad, it just created this trickle effect where we just went on a slump. And we were losing to teams that were bottom of the table. We lost to like 2 relegation challenger teams. We lost to Las Palmas, who got relegated, and we lost to, what's his name? Leganes, who also got relegated. That's how bad and we were losing at home. We lost 1-0 to Leganes, and we lost 2-1 to Las Palmas. That's how bad we went on a run. We let Madrid back. Madrid went on I think we were 5 points at some point, or 4 points clear of us. And then we kind of, after we lost to Atletico Madrid, right, in the Montjuic around December, we started kind of, picking ourselves up slowly, getting wins here and there, just trying to survive. And then the Super Cup happened. When we went to Saudi and we went to the Super Cup and we beat Bilbao, then that game against Real Madrid, when we battered them in that first half, when we put 4 passes and we were 4-1 up at halftime, it's like that just brought the fire back into the team. It just reminded them, yo, we still got that fire in us, man. This is not like a high start, slow ending. We still got it. And then that was the wake up call we needed. And that's why we went on the run. And I think the same thing could happen to you. If you win this, I think that the team now can look at it and say, the fact that we've just beaten our title rivals, the team that basically have barely lose finals at all, right? Beating Pep Guardiola in the final for Arteta to finally get that win against Pep Guardiola, that will give him the mindset and the players the mindset of, okay, well, here we go. We can get this done. We can actually play like this. You understand what I mean? We can cook these guys. We can go and win this cup. And here's the thing. I feel like everything that we've seen in the Premier League last few years, right? The thing is, before, especially when it comes to Klopp, right? Klopp had to deal for me with a prime Pep. The Pep that we're seeing now is I'm not going to say he's a finished Pep because I still think he's a top manager. But brother, this is the worst I've ever seen Pep in my life. Pep as a manager has never been this vulnerable in my life. Pep Guardiola was one of those guys who beating Pep back then was actually something I would say was an accomplishment for fans of those clubs who beat Pep. Beating Pep wasn't easy, bro. In a game, just one-off game. It was the hardest thing to do. Fans used to be so gassed. Clubs used to be so gassed to beat Pep in a one-off match because it was very rare. He did Centurions, 100 points, 98 points, 96 points, 91 points. That's what he was doing every year. He barely lost games. He was barely average losing 3 games per season? Average. Now we're seeing teams beating him left, right, and center now. This is the most vulnerable I've ever seen Pep. And you're looking at it. And the fact that you guys are dealing with a vulnerable Pep, you're dealing with a slot that is clearly not the same manager that he was last season, with the Liverpool team that are clearly not the same. You're dealing with a United team that are trying to get back on their feet, right? Tottenham are having their issues with Thomas Frank, right? I mean, there's a reason why teams like Villa are in the title race, for God's sake. There's the reason why Newcastle United have been able to finish in the Champions League places. There's the reason why clubs like Crystal Palace have won the FA Cup recently. And Newcastle winning the Carabao Cup. All these teams that were once unstoppable juggernauts are looking vulnerable. That's why the mid-table teams that were just, sleeping giants are beginning to close the gap. And you're looking at this Arsenal team that is supposed to be in their prime right now. This is supposed to be Arsenal at their best, apparently. Let's be real, right? All of the trust the process stuff and all this stuff. The team that you guys have now should be the team that should be winning the trophies now. And you have all of this in front of you. And you're thinking, what else? Literally, what else do you need to go your way? Everything is falling on your lap. And this is why I always tell people, I'm like, especially with the top Gunners, right? Because that's what we call them, right? It's like, sometimes it's like life is trying to make sure to, when I listen to you, right, when I'm on your channel and I'm listening to you do these recordings of these people the Bavs, the Strictos, all these guys, when you're quoting them and I'm listening to what they're saying, and I'm like, okay, I'm hearing you, I hear what you say, okay, cool. And then you see everything that's happening with these clubs that they keep saying, if these guys fall off, if this happens to these guys, if this happens and that happens, this happens, that happens. Oh, if Klopp leaves, oh, if Pep leaves, oh, if this happens, oh, if we get this player, oh, if we get this striker. All of these things that they've been saying because I remember I listened to a lot of these Arsenal fans what they say for seasons, right? And you keep seeing the same thing happen. We see Pep fall off. We see Klopp leave. We've seen you guys sign a striker. We've seen you guys go get the defenders, get the midfielders, get all of this. And still, we are still where we are. It's like, bro, what else do you need, bro? You keep telling us this, and it's like life is trying to give you the 4K picture. Okay, you said we needed this. Okay, here it is. Okay, you guys said if Klopp leave. Okay, Klopp is gone. Okay, you said Pep leave. Guess what? Pep is no longer in the conversation. What else do you need? What else do you need to see that this manager is a build-up manager? There's some managers that are good at building teams. They're not good at winning. Come on. Like, Bielsa, I always use Bielsa as an example, right? Bielsa is very good at building teams. If you look at Bielsa, he's a tactician. He's a tactical genius as a manager, right? There's a lot of reasons why the top managers in the world respect Bielsa. He is a tactical genius. Yeah. But brother, the guy is not a winner. There's a reason why he's never managed Barcelona or Real Madrid or Manchester United or an Arsenal or City. There's a reason why no big clubs go and hire this guy. Because he doesn't win. This guy was given the best Argentina team in 2002. That's, you remember the Argentina team in 2002? You know that team got knocked out in the group stage. Remember the team they had? They had Batistuta, they had Crespo, they had Ortega, they had flipping Pablo Aimar. They had, bro, the team that they had that team actually finished ahead of Brazil in the qualifiers. Many people thought that team was going to dominate the World Cup. Guess what? They got crashed out in the group stages behind Sweden and England. Why? Because Bielsa refused to play Crespo and Batistuta as a striking two, which the whole nation wanted to see. Doesn't matter, bro. Sometimes managers are good at building, they're not good at winning. That's the thing. But yeah, at the end of the day, this is why when you talk about people like Enrique, I promise you, Noah said, if Enrique becomes your manager, you guys will win the league within the first season. He'll win the league in the first season. I'm telling you now. He's winning the league in the first season, like Slot. He is. That's it. But yeah, it is what it is, man. But listen, guys, big up to all the people who are watching. I see a lot of people have been. I'm going to talk about the Barca thing because here's the funny thing. I see a lot of people talking to me about Lookman. Ademola Lookman just moved to Galacticos, no side. And you know, Lookman was a player who I wanted before Rashford. Like people in my chat, no, I was one of the was like, yo, get me.
I wanted Lookman at Arsenal.
Yeah, I wanted Lookman, bro. I was like, bro, when we were talking about Rashford, I said, bro, go get me Lookman. Lookman wants to leave Atalanta. Go get me Lookman. And now look at him. He just gone to. He played today against Who would they even play today? I didn't even check. But bro, yeah, Betis, and look at him. He absolutely cooked them in his debut match. Hey, it's as if I am actually someone with ball knowledge. It is. Hey, big up to Marco. Says high line versus corners. We need to see y'all face each other. Oh God, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, say you guys, your strengths is our biggest weaknesses. We are not good at set pieces. We play a high line, and you guys have a bunch of attackers who can actually move, like the Martinellis and the Sakas. As much as I don't rate them, right? They can definitely make us work, right? But I'm not gonna lie, man. So your defense is not bad. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. It says we might get Lookman versus Yama at the Copa del Rey final. Hey, listen, man, who cooked them? Don't worry about it. Big up to everyone that says. But Dave is on your channel. Yeah, I was just on his channel. Yeah, I did a show with Dave. I literally finished this show and then started this one. It says Dave is the world's best secret agent. Yeah, you know what it is? Oh no, sir. You know Dave. I don't know if you've been noticing Dave's channel, right? Dave has got like I think 3 new channels now. So he has like a Barca channel and a Madrid channel, and like. Everybody calls Dave an undercut of a Barca fan because he keeps giving us credit and criticizing
the rivals. That's what they say about
bro. The fans are now they're saying, listen, man, this guy, he's not beating the allegations right now. He's not beating the allegations right now. He's absolutely looking like a secret agent, and we will see, man. We will see. But big up to yourself. Big up to Ravi in the chat. Yo, Mess, big up to Mess. Mess is asking me if no size about Barca. Yes, he is now, man. He's an honorary, man. That's the reason he lives in Barca now. Yeah, man. Listen, Blaugrana, man. Like they keep calling him Rafinha. Listen, man. I don't know if you wear that kit when you're outside, bro. Because if you're wearing that kit, man, I'm surprised if one person like, They have to look closer like, oh, okay, it's not him.
Nah. I'm gonna wear outside yet. When the weather in it, when the weather gets a bit better, I'll wear outside.
Oh yeah. The weather right now is bad everywhere. Omar, Ademola Lookman cooked for Atletico in the Copa game versus Betis, and the attack was dangerous with him. I wish Barcelona signed him instead of Rashford. So everybody now wants to say that John, you were in my chat in the summer. I remember you in my chat. Did you remember when I was saying let's go get Lookman? Lookman was around what? 30 million, I think. That's what 30, 35, 40. And we didn't want to go spend it. We focused on Nico Williams, Rashford, and Luis Diaz. That was our three options. When I was telling people go get me Lookman, people don't. All right, cool. Omar, not eating good, bro. Teams in the final and semi-finals. Yeah, we got to know. Hey, no side right now, but it's good to be a football fan right now, man. He could see he's already seen a trophy, to be fair, but he could see trophies everywhere.
Hopefully, man. God willing.
Yeah.
God willing.
And also, listen, man, we didn't even talk about this, no side, but appreciate you for the work against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Man, like Mourinho with the masterclass against. Hey, listen, man, Dortmund getting the goal, man. Oh no, side. I had a great day that day, man. Benfica beating Real Madrid. I know you guys know this, but no side is also a Benfica fan too, man. So hey, listen, football is great right now, man. His two teams are doing well, right? Arsenal is doing well, Barca is doing well, and now Benfica have just beaten one of his rivals. So hey, listen, man, it's amazing.
Yeah, man. They can't talk to me, bro. You have to talk to me with respect, bro. You know
hey, listen, have you spoken to Dave yet?
My goalkeeper dunking on it.
Yeah, listen, did you watch his reaction? Please, man. Yeah, I need you to go. Man said, cancel me. Oh, I loved it. I enjoyed it. Bro, I'm telling you, man, when Real Madrid lose, YouTube is the most amazing place to be, bro. The crash out for Madrid fans, there's nothing better, man. There's nothing that hits better. But yeah, big up to Prime Dollar says, Barca versus Chelsea versus... I mean, we're not going to play Chelsea, to be fair. So we're not going to play Chelsea, right? But actually, are we? Wait, Chelsea are top 8. Chelsea are top 8, aren't they? Yeah, Chelsea made top 8. Am I correct, Chad? Did they make top 8?
I think they did.
Yeah, they made top 8. They made top 8. So yeah, we're not going to be playing them. Don't worry about it. Manchester City are looking shaky, but City have been looking shaky since last season, man. Let's be real. Big up Eugene, man. Long time no see, brother. How you doing, man? Appreciate you for being here. Prime Dollar says Arsenal playing direct are scary. They have personnel for it, but Arteta plays it safe too much. What do you think about this, no, sir?
What's that? Arsenal playing direct are scary.
Arsenal playing direct are scary, but
we don't do it though. We don't do it. Do you know what I mean? We don't do it. So it's one of them ones where, yeah, we have the personnel, but at the end of the day, we have a lot of our players that we've brought in the summer not firing. Eze's not firing. Gyökeres is very hit and miss. So, man, I'm saying that, but we're not playing. We're not playing to their strengths, bro. So when you keep coaching a team to play a certain type of way, and then you want to switch it, it's very difficult because players get used to playing a certain style. And when they're prohibited to express themselves, it's not something that you can just turn on. You know what I mean? So they've been coached to play very defensive. When we want to switch it, a lot of the times, we don't look that great in open play. We don't. I'm just going to keep it real. There's games, but it's very inconsistent because it's not something that's... The team is not coached to attack. The team is coached to defend. So...
100%. Big up to my guy, Ravi says, question, Omar, thoughts on what Barca can win this season? Bro, we're winning the quadruple. There you go. We're winning the quad this season. Big up to Omar. Big up to ACS says, big up Omar and Rafinha. Hey, listen, man, he's definitely getting it, especially when now that he's a Barca fan now. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. I need a picture. Listen, I need a picture with Rafinha, with you and Rafinha, bro. I'm gonna be very real. We need that picture. That picture is gonna bang on YouTube, man. Everybody's gonna be like, click like, oh, man finally found his body double, man. It is what it is. Says, big up to my guy Omar. Says, true. Even with Madrid, when we won in 17-18, we ended up winning. We won in 17-18. We ended up winning the UCL 19-20, or we ended up winning the league in 21-22. And 23-24, we won the Super Cup. We ended up winning a double. Yeah, you guys win a lot of doubles, but yeah. True. Any loss would result to question marks. Yeah. You see it even now. I mean, when I don't know if you follow like a lot of La Liga space, no sir, but a lot of like with the Dave, like especially Dave, right? You see Dave, whenever they lose, he's always critical. And it's not just him. But I know Arbeloa is their manager, right? And
you're allowed to be like that. Because it's not negative. When I'm like that, I'm negative. I'm talking for rivals. Real Madrid, it's like, yeah, it's warranted criticism. My club, no. No, you're not allowed to criticize.
This is why, unfortunately, respectfully, Ryan, I know you're English, but this is why England don't win a lot of stuff. Because English fans are just happy to be part of the road, whereas the countries with high expectations as far as clubs are concerned and for their countries, they always win. Right? When you look at France, when you look at Germany, look at Germans do you think Germans care how they win for their clubs and countries? Never, bro. There's a reason why they win all the time. Spain, the same thing. Spain, when they go to the World Cup and the Euros, everybody expectation is go win it. Brazil, look at the Brazilian fans for their clubs and for their country winning. But when it comes to England, semifinals. Let's just try to make some. Let's see if we can make semifinals. Let's just have a good cup run. It's never let's go win the flipping whole thing. Why is it that we can't say we're gonna go win the whole thing? And that's what I mean, man. It starts from the clubs. Everybody's always talking about the road. Here's the thing. I've said this season I don't think we can win the Champions League. That doesn't mean I don't want us to win the Champions League. I've said in my chat, you guys know, I've said, listen, Champions League, I feel like we are not ready for it this year, but that doesn't mean I don't want to win the Champions League. Doesn't mean that I don't see that we have I think that we have the qualities to win every domestic trophy. I believe that we have, because I look around the rest of the league and I'm like, bro, I don't care. The rest of the league is garbage. We can go and win everything. In the Champions League, we need some things to go our way. And here's the thing. We could still go to win the Champions League this year and I will be celebrating it. But I don't think we're ready for it. But the problem with some fans, and here's the thing, I can only say that for this season. You think I'm going to say the same thing next season when the season starts? I don't think we can win the No. This season, if we don't win the Champions, guess what? Next season, I'm going to be like, bro, go build me a squad. Go sign me the players that I want, because next season, I want to go and win the Champions League. And that's the problem with a lot of these fans. Some of these fans, they're willing to wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Trust the process. That's the whole trust the process BS started from. Right? Because the whole trust the process word was, we need time. He needs time. How much time? 1 season? No. 2 seasons? No. Maybe 3 seasons? Yeah, maybe in 3 seasons, 4 seasons, 5 seasons. That was the whole talk. Why wait for that long? Why wait for that long, bro? If you're a big club, I'm waiting for Barcelona to build a team in 5 years. No, so think about this for 1 second, right? In 2020, when we were in our financial knees, when we were on our knees, our club was literally at the brink of liquidation. I had people in my house, right? My family members, some who are Madrid fans, they were talking about my club staying afloat. People were like, yo, Omar, forget about the league, forget about the Champions League, forget about winning trophies, bro. Just focus on trying to remain a club. I said, bro, what? I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, bro, no, bro. I don't care how much finance you, bro. Compete and win. Compete and win. I want to win some. Listen. There's trophies. It's not just one. There's the league, Copa del Rey, Super Cup, Champions League, bro. Win me trophies. And even in that season, under Koeman, in our financial needs, we still won the Copa del Rey. So guess what? I still won a trophy that season. And then guess what? In 21-22, when Messi left, and we were we had one of the worst. If I show you the team that we had in 2021-22, brother, you're gonna be like, yo, how did you guys even survive this? Like, bro, it's crazy, right? We went trophyless that season. Guess what? The following season, you know what we won? We won the league. Trust the process. Guess what? Xavi and Hernandez arrives 1 full season later. He wins the league before Arteta, who had been at Arsenal for 3 years at that point. And then guess what? When Xavi got tired and he felt like the pressure was too much and he left, guess what? Flick came in. Flick won the treble in his first season. Brother, I don't sit here. Barcelona, we don't trust the process. There's no trust the process. There's, okay, we'll give you time. First season, you need your players. Okay, we'll give you 1 season. And we will give you that season if you at least show us what you can do. So if this season you can I don't know, go and challenge for the league, maybe challenge to like last 2-3 games of the season, get us a good cup run, maybe reach the final, get us a good cup run in Champions League. Okay, the team is not good enough. Next season, go get your players and then compete. A lot of the Real Madrid fans, that's their issue when it comes to Alonso. They felt like with Alonso, some of the stuff that he was doing that they didn't like it, right? They felt like certain players, he didn't give a lot of like Endrick. Bro, Endrick is in Lyon right now, absolutely ripping it over there. Man didn't even get a shot on the Alonso. And he wasn't injured. He didn't have any problems. But guess what? The manager refused to play him. He just went to he's bro. If I look at this, I swear this guy scored like what? 5 goals in like 3 games or some shit, or 6 goals in 4 games or something crazy like that. Endrick is cooking in Ligue 1 right now. And that's the problem. He wasn't given a single shot. Guys like Gonzalo Garcia were given opportunities, right? Vinicius wasn't performing. Rodrigo, a lot of the players that are in the Real Madrid team right now are not good enough. Yeah, there we go. 5 goals and 1 assist in 5 games. No, sir. He just arrived in January, and he wasn't even given a sniff under Alonso. And that is the things that the fans made sure to remind Alonso every game. Like, bro, why is Endrick not playing? Why is Endrick not playing? Why are you not giving Endrick chances? Why is Mbappe always playing? Why are you not trying Mbappe on the left and putting actual number 9 in number 9? Because Vinicius and Mbappe doesn't work. They keep saying it. But guess what? Eventually, all those questions is what got too much. Eventually, he left. And that's what it is, man. At the end of the day, they'll give you an opportunity if you give them a chance. But it says Mikel Arteta won't survive at Sevilla or Villarreal. Yeah. I think if he was, to be fair, for a club like Villarreal, maybe he would have still stick around if he helped them actually challenge for the league a few times. And maybe, because a club like Villarreal, to be fair, they did win trophies under Emery. So, yeah, it is what it is. Welcome to Prime Dollar says, Arteta would get fired if he implemented this style of play at Real Madrid or Barcelona. I'd argue only to my bro. That, to be fair, that's a good point by Prime Dollar, because the whole a lot of the reasons why a lot of the Madrid fans didn't like Alonso is because of his style of play. And in Barcelona, we know that we want attacking football. We don't want this sitting back generic style football. No. So this is why Koeman was sacked the way he was. Rex, bro, behave yourself, man. I hope this guy. I'm gonna read. Let me actually read this probably, because bro, this guy, see him on Will's chat. He be doing the work. He be doing the most over there. So off topic. I don't understand why girls get mad when guys. Oh, okay. See. I knew it, man. This guy, man. This guy. Don't You know. It says Arteta has to win at least 2 trophies this season minimum. What do you think about what my guy Mess says here now, sir?
No, I disagree. You know what I mean? People think I'm super harsh. I disagree. He has to win a major. You know what I mean? If he just wins 1 trophy and it's a major, he keeps his job. If he wins just a cup, he can't keep his job. Even if he wins me FA Cup and Carabao Cup, I still won't keep him. I won't keep him for that. So
FA Cup and Carabao Cup is not good enough for you.
Not good enough. I'll celebrate. I'll be happy. I'll be happy that my club won 2 trophies, but you have to go. That doesn't equate 6 years and £1 billion. Sorry, not good enough for return. Not good enough for me.
Yeah, return investment. I hear that. And that's another thing a lot of these fans also refuse to accept. Look at the amount of money you guys spent.
But when PSG was spending stupid amount of money, bringing Neymar and bringing so many players, Ibra and everything, there was an expectation. When City spent money, there was an expectation. When Chelsea spent money, expectation. When Real Madrid go out there and spend big money, expectation. When Barca go out there and spend money and buy Dani Olmo and Rafinha and Lewandowski, there's expectation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So when all these teams, bro, like, there's no club in the world that spends money and there's not expectation. And the expectation is according to the amount that you spend. Let's be honest. Yeah. When you spend big money, there's an expectation of you to be able to get over the line and win big trophies. So for me, I'm just looking at it like, yeah, I'm not accepting that. Like, you spend money and there's a certain standard you expect when you spend money. And that goes for life, bro. Like, if you spend money on trainers or food and you pay top money for that, you expect quality. There's nowhere in life where you spend big money and you don't expect quality. If you pay top dollar for a car, you expect a very good car, nice car, good condition, and there's nothing in life that you spend big money and you don't have high expectation. It doesn't work like that. And it's the same with football, so for me, I just don't, no, even seeing like, when I see teams like Crystal Palace and Newcastle that spend a fraction of what we spend, and yet they've got the same amount of trophies with their managers that we have with ours, what's the excuse? When I see Slot going into a team and only buy Chiesa last season and then win the league, that kills off you need your own squad. None of that team was his own squad. You know what I mean? And when you see all these things, you're just like, nah, bro, like, I'm not having it. Like, for the longest, they told me, it took Klopp 4 years. It's now 6 years. It's now 2 extra years, and you're telling me I can't expect a major. Well, then go get me a manager that I can expect a major under. You can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. And we can't keep, this fan base can't keep gassing up this manager with nothing to show for it. Ultimately, you know what I mean? You have to, there has to be trophies, there has to be success to back why you believe so much in this manager. And this season, they know, man, he has to deliver this season. Hopefully he does, because I care more about Arsenal being successful than me being proven right. At the end of the day, I want my club to be successful. And the only reason I'm like this is because they haven't been successful. So it's one of those ones. But I think Arsenal fans as well, I think they're very misled into thinking that just because if we do win it this season, football doesn't end. It doesn't become, we won it this season, so 2027 you can throw it away, 2028 you can throw it away. No, football continues, bro. So I don't want to hear none of this. We won it this season, so now he can go on without winning it. No, bro. I want more trophies.
Win
bro.
every year, compete every year. Yep, compete and win every year. That's the same thing, bro. I won the domestic treble last season. No, sir. You see me? Do I look satisfied to you? Like, come on, man. If you won the trophies that I won last season, you would have been like still celebrating the trophies to this season. But guess what? Me? It's like, bro, okay, last season. What you got for me this season? And can I expect the Champions League this season? Because it's been 10 years. 10 years is a long time for me as a football fan, man. I can't go 10 years without winning the European trophy, man. Especially listening to the Madrid fans. That's it, right? Well, yeah, hey, listen, man. It is what it is. But yeah, it says, big up to my guy here. It says, Arsenal's worst enemies are them. Arsenal's worst enemy is ourselves and Lego head. I agree. You know what, no side. All right, let's actually talk about Barca. Let me actually get your mind off Arsenal for a second. Now, we played the same time as you, so I don't know if you actually even if you saw the game between us and Albacete. Now, if you don't remember who Albacete is, they're the team that knocked Madrid out of the Copa del Rey in the last round, right? Beating them 3-2. And we went away over there we won 2-1. At the end of the day, it was as comfortable as it needed to be. We were the better team. Right? It wasn't a surprise really that we dominated. Right, for most of we had the most opportunities. Right, but at the end of the day, we led goals by Lamine Yamal and Ronald Araujo. Right, getting a goal back finally. Right, started his first game. And getting his goal, and they got a goal, and I'm not gonna lie to you, said, well, we were lucky, man. We had a goal line clearance, man, like Gerard Martin, right? Literally cleared in from the line, like the 94th minute, and we won the game 2-1. And look, man, I am gonna give credit to Albacete, because here's the thing, right? That team knocked Real Madrid out. And, sometimes this happens in the cup. Sometimes it even happens like, we just saw, I think, Sikasafas lost to a team that's not even like in the 11th tier or something like that, I've heard, like in the FA Cup. So we see upsets a lot, right? Upsets happen in football, right? But one thing I'll give Albacete is they're a team that's currently mid-table. They have no ambitions of really getting in the playoffs to be in La Liga. Right, and by the way, this is the same team that Messi scored his first professional goal against. right? So that's how long this team hasn't been in La Liga, right? So they ended up giving it a go. And I have to give them credit because they had a plan. They set up, they played the low block against us. They had the ball, they were trying, they had a plan every time they went forward on the counter, right? Trying to get the ball into the box, trying to basically make us work. And I don't know, if you watch the game in the weekend against Elche, but there's a pattern with Barcelona that I've not been liking, right? Which is that despite the fact that we create so many chances in the game, bro, no side, we are so wasteful. Bro, the game against Elche, Ferran Torres missed an open goal sitter 2 yards out, like literally no side. He had nothing but net in front of him, and he somehow hit the crossbar from 2 yards out, bro. Fermin Lopez missed from 2 yards out as well. Rashford missed one-on-ones back-to-back games. He missed a one-on-one against Elche and missed a one-on-one against Albacete. Literally, when it was 0-0, Omo literally put it on a board, and my guy didn't even hit the target. He missed the whole target, bro. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, what? This is why, bro, I don't want this guy here. When I'm seeing Lookman scoring bangers in the debut, man, I'm like, bro, this is the guy I wanted. I told you guys I should go and get Lookman. Lookman is younger than flipping Rashford. Look at what he's doing. This guy scored a hat-trick in the Europa League final against Leverkusen, against Alonso, man. You guys want the Rashford. My guy can't even score from 2 yards out, back-to-back games. And though, this is my issue, right? This is the issue. Because we could have put that game to sleep, and we let these guys in, and bro, I was nervous around the end. Why? Why am I even nervous against a club like Albacete? But it shows you, man. But yeah, they gave it a go, man. And I have to also give lots of credit now, sir. Because you know about him. I remember when you did your first Barca reaction in the Champions League against Chelsea, right? You absolutely cooked this guy, man, like Ronald, right? Ronald Araujo, right? He's not really played a lot, right? The whole of after that Chelsea game, he went to on a little, spiritual vacation to Israel, and kind of wanted to bring his mental health back, and left us in the trenches to work on our team or work on the team. His first game back, and I'm not gonna lie, man, I have to give it to him, man. He played well, not just the goal. In the defense, he was a rock. The Elche attack couldn't go past him the whole game. I'm like, okay, it's against Elche, so the expectation is low. Elche is low, but still, right? I felt like he needed that game. He needed that game where he could stand out, not just be part of the team and just have a defensive good performance. The fact that he was integral in the defense for most of that game, and he went forward set piece and actually got us the goal from set piece, which is something that we don't get a lot, bro. We don't get a lot of set piece goals recently. To have that aerial threat in Araujo in this game, it was amazing. And I was so happy for him. Because listen, man, I don't hate these players. It's not personal. I have nothing against these players. I want players to prove me wrong. And I think that when it comes to Araujo, right, we know there's a player in there, no side. We can talk about his bozo moments, but it's kind of like with Gabriel, where Gabriel has the bozo moments. But here's the thing with Gabriel. It doesn't mean he's a bad defender. He's not a bad defender. He just has the bozo moments which costs his team. And sometimes that is what, and if you're known for that, if you're a player that is known for having that bozo moment that always costs your team, bro, nobody sees how good you are anymore. All they know is that, he's a calamity waiting to happen. He's a calamity waiting to happen. That's the thing with Araujo. That's what he did to himself the last 3 years. Ever since that PSG game, he made himself that kind of player where when he messes up, oh, good Lord, it costs us badly. And the Chelsea game was an example of that. His F-up cost us that whole game when he got sent off for the stupid tackle like that. But yeah, no side. I don't know if you watched the game, but what did you think about the performance against Albacete?
Yeah, I just watched the highlights, bro. I didn't watch the whole game. I only watched the highlights, and yeah, there's a lot of chances that we didn't bury. But big up to Yamin for the goal and Araujo as well for the goal. And yeah, from the highlights, obviously, it didn't show the whole picture in it, so I can't talk about the whole game because I didn't watch it. I watched the highlights. I couldn't watch the game. So yeah, man. Listen, at the end of the day, we're through in it. So. We won the game. For me, just go lift that trophy, man. Listen, I'm not surprised with Rashford, bro. Like, this is Rashford, isn't it? Like, on his day, he can be very good, but then he can be very wasteful. I'm not surprised at all, bro. That's just how Rashford is. So it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. I just need trophies, bro. You know, I've been starving for trophies. Me, you know what I mean? Barcelona already got, you know what I mean? In the Super Cup, we already won the trophy. I was happy, bro. I just need trophies, bro. You know what I mean? And I listen, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I still feel like there needs to be investment into the defense. Me personally, I don't think we can rest on our laurels. They have to invest in defense, but go win this title and go win the cup, bro. You know what I mean? I want more trophies, bro. You know what I mean? So it's just one of them ones.
No, I agree. I think that defense definitely needs work. I've said no, sir, right? I would sacrifice a season of not signing an attacker if the defense is what we go and focus on. Get me 2 center backs, right? And get me a fullback. You understand what I mean? Go get me a Van der Ven and a flipping, what's his name? Schlotterbeck and a Van der Ven. Because anything, you've seen Van der Ven at Tottenham. Let's be real. Van der Ven is a good defender. He would be amazing for a top team, right? And you know, he's a good ball playing defender as well. He's got pace. So he's one of those players who, if Flick is playing the high line, let's be honest now, sir, right? He's one of the players his recovery is incredible. You understand what I mean, right? And for me, that's why I want, him. Schlotterbeck, he's on the last year of his contract. I don't think he's gonna sign, right? So let's go out and get him. You understand what I mean? Let's go out and get him as well, right? And we're good. And at the end of the day, get me a fullback, get me a Grimaldo, get me a Van der Sar, right? A top fullback, and I feel like we'll be ready, right? And maybe this season after we can go all out for a striker, whoever it is. You understand what I mean, right? Go all out. But the defense is the first priority for me. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to Rashford, I'm not really surprised by it. But here's the thing, Noah, when you talk about trophies, I wanted to talk to you because last season we won the domestic treble. We've already won one of the trophies we won last season. If you look at the season, right now in the Copa del Rey, we are the favorites to win it again. The only team that can realistically stop us is Atletico Madrid. Realistically. And the draw hasn't been made. I think the draw is tomorrow, right? But to be honest with you, Noah, I would love to have Atletico in the semis. I want to get the biggest dog out of this competition. For me, I want the biggest dog out of this competition. So for me, give me Atleti in the semis. You understand what I mean, right? Let's knock them out so that whoever we play in the final, whether it's Sociedad or who's the other team again? I think it's not Alaves because Alaves played them yesterday. Right? So Valencia, right? So if Valencia or Sociedad, bro, I'm a video. We're cooking them in the final. And this brings up the bigger question, Bilbao, my bad. So Bilbao or Sociedad, right? So for me, the other two teams that are left in the Basque clubs in Bilbao and Sociedad, I'm a video. We play in the final, we're cooking them, right? If we play them in the final. The bigger picture for me, Noah said, is, do you think this team has what it takes to do what they did last season, the trophies? Because right now we're top of the league. We've already won the Super Copa España, and now we're in the Copa del Rey semifinals. Do you see us? Can you see this team doing another domestic treble? Can Flick do it again? Do you think he can?
I think he can, bro. I think he can. But I think like I said, I feel like this defense is really meaty, bro. I really don't like Barca's defense, and that's why I feel like it's going for the Champions League. I think is a step too far because of this defense. It's a massive liability, and the attack can only cover for the defense for so long. And in the Champions League, you will be punished. With a defense like this, you will be punished because there's times where you have to be pragmatic. There's times where you have to be solid. There's times where you have to not be able to concede. and weather storms when teams have the more advantage. They got more possession and they're on the attack. But I think you can do it, man. I think you can do it. Look, Atleti, they're a decent team. Obviously, they've got Lookman, but some of their best players as well are a little bit over the hill. Koke, 34. Griezmann, 34. You know what I'm saying? It's certain parts of that team is a little bit older. I know Simeone's got his son in the team. I've got a couple of players, but I feel like our attack can get at them. But yeah, man, I feel like with the teams that are left, I feel like they can win it. Real Madrid are not a team. Dave's already said it. You know what I mean? So we're talking about the league. I just don't. Do you know what this team? You know what this Real Madrid reminds me of? A C-Tech version of the Galacticos.
Hey, thank you. You know that I compare them to that team all the time, and I'm like, it's not because of talent. It's because of the drop-off, the decline. Because I'm like, people don't know why that team. Because people look at that team now, and you know this. That team was, bro. Football will never see a team like that, bro. I keep telling them, like, bro, do you guys understand how stacked that team was as just individuals? World class everywhere. World-class players everywhere you look.
They win one title, win it. They won one title.
They won one title and one Champions League in 5 years. That team was supposed to be
amount of money. They had everyone. They had Beckham. They had Figo. They had Ronaldo. They had Roberto Carlos. They had everyone in that team. I swear down. That team should have dominated. That team was built to dominate. To compete.
That was the idea. That was why they bought that team. They were supposed to dominate the 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And this is the thing, bro. This is why I always say, man, this is why buying all-star teams is a bad idea in every sport. In every sport, bro. The only teams that always try to do this, let's go buy the best players in the world, in goalkeeper, best goalkeeper defenders in the world, best midfielder in the world, best attackers. Guys, you all know what having all the best players in the world brings when you have all the best players in the world in one team? You have
big egos.
Why do you think some of these players are as good as they are? It's because of their egos, because they believe they're the main man. Now, imagine you have 3 front players who all believe they're the main man. Every single one of them wants to be the one to carry the team. Everybody feels like they should be the one the team should be built around. That is what happened to that Madrid team. That team, you had Figo, you had R9, you had Raul, you had, what's his name? Owen, who wasn't even starting for them, right? You had so many players, and every one of them thought that he was supposed to be the best player. R9 thought he should be the best player, and here's the thing. R9, you think that the team should be built around him because he's R9, right? Figo, before he went to he was our main man at Barcelona. Guess what? He expected that he was going to be the main man. Guess what? When Beckham came, and Beckham was playing in his place, he thought he got pissed. Because he was like, yo, why is this guy taking my place? Because what? The ego, right? Raul, crown prince of Real Madrid. He was supposed to be the prince, right?
Raul was there.
Yes. Yeah, he thinks he should be the main man. Now you got 3 players out there who all think they should be the main man. What are you going to do now? Because all 3 players have every right to think that they should be the main man. And this is the problem. You can have superstars, but you got to have workers that understand their role. You want to know why Pep Guardiola's Barcelona dominated the way they did? It's because everybody knew their role in the team. Everybody knew this is my role in the team. And if I do my role, we will absolutely cook. That is it, right? Everybody knew when they looked at that Pep Guardiola team that Messi was the man. Nobody tried to take Messi's place. Nobody tried to be Messi. Nobody tried to attempt to do what Messi was doing. Everyone was like, okay, we will be in our position so that Messi can carry this team. Because when Messi carries, we will all win. And that's why that team dominated. You see, this is the thing that Florentino Perez learned. And this is why it surprises me why they are where they are. Because I thought he learned this lesson. The guy came back in 2008. And yeah, he brought some superstars like Cristiano, like Kaká, Benzema, Alonso, Arbeloa, all these guys. He brought a lot of players in his first season, right? But then look at the season after. Did he go out and, I don't know, to be fair, Wesley Sneijder was at the club. They sold him to Inter. He ended up cooking for Inter and then they regretted it. That's different. But they didn't go out and in 2010 and say, okay, let's go and buy more superstars. Let's go and try to get Rooney. Because Rooney at the time, he was sulking at United. He was trying to go to City, if you remember, in 2010, right? Yeah. They didn't even tell you, all right, let's go get Rooney then. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. They didn't care. They were like, okay, who can we go? We need workers. We need players who are very, very good, but also understand that they are better players here. Okay, let's go get Ozil. Because Ozil at the time, he wasn't a superstar yet. He was a player who was doing so well, right? He was a player, who had the potential to be a superstar, but he wasn't a superstar yet. Khedira. They signed Khedira after the World Cup. They signed Ozil after the World Cup, right? They brought all these guys, and all of those players I just mentioned, right? They were supposed to be backups to Alonso. They were supposed to be backup to Kaká. Ozil was supposed to be a backup to Kaká. Khedira was supposed to be a backup to Alonso. That was the idea of why they bought those guys. They needed workers. And you know what happened? When you had the blend of superstars and workers in the team, that's why that team, eventually when they started winning, that team did so well. Because, yeah, they had the egos of Cristiano, they had Bale and all these guys, but they had workers around them. You had Kroos, Modric, and Casemiro in the midfield that all understood, we have our role, we're not going to try to be the best players. We already know Cristiano is the main man. Bale is the main man. Right? Bale and Cristiano, they're the guys. Even Benzema for years, for over 10 years, sacrificed a lot of his game so that Cristiano Ronaldo could stand out. Why?
Because what did he do when they left? What did he do when Ronaldo left? Oh, yeah, we're winning.
Yo, look at the trophies he won under Ronaldo. He won everything with Ronaldo. And then when Ronaldo left, he's like, okay, well, no, Ronaldo,
I'll carry the team. No problem.
Time for me to cook. Time for me to shine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Time for me to shine. And guess what? He shined and won the Ballon d'Or. That is the point, man. When you know your role, as good as you are, and that's what Benzema was. Benzema had every right to think, okay, because at the time, remember, bro, Benzema growing up, right, at Lyon, this guy was hyped. Dude, did you know? I remember Benzema at Lyon, bro. People were hyping this guy. At 16, he was starting for Lyon in the Champions League, right? So he was a baller. He was a top striker, or up-and-coming striker when they signed him. You understand what I mean, right? But guess what? He understood, okay, I'm not as good as Cristiano. I might be a striker, but brother, this guy is a goal machine. I'm going to make sure that I'm never in his way. I'm going to make sure I have my role in this team. And guess what? Yeah, Ronaldo got the accolades, the trophies. Yeah, they won the trophies, but the individual trophy. Yeah, he won it all. But guess what? Benzema won everything in football around that time. And when Ronaldo left and Bale was injured, now Benzema looked around and said, okay, this is my team now. This is my team now. And that's the thing. The problem with this Real Madrid team is they don't have that. Vinicius is now looking at Mbappe and saying, all right, now we have Mbappe. I'm gonna take a lot of I'm gonna change my game. I'm gonna try to, not be in his way. I'm gonna make sure he shines. I'm gonna make sure I give the ball to him. I'm gonna make sure that I don't do a lot. Because I know that if he shines and I do my role, we will both cook and we will all win. No, Vinny thinks I'm the main man. I won the Champions League. I'm the guy that scores in 2 Champions League finals. I'm the guy that almost won the Ballon d'Or. I'm the guy that did all of these things. You are the guy who just came from PSG. What did you do at PSG? What did you do when you were at PSG? You had nothing. You need to come here and you need to bow to me. And Mbappe is not gonna bow to him because Mbappe is Perez's golden boy, right? Rodrigo, I'm a video man. Rodrigo is a worker, but Rodrigo is not working either. And this is another thing, no side. The biggest problem with Real Madrid is that there is no leaders in this team. People always like to say, but Mbappe's arrival is what changed everything. Nah, man, you guys didn't replace your leaders. You see, having a leader in your backline, leaders, no, not even a backline, just leaders. Full stop. If you have no leaders in your team, doesn't matter how many superstars you have, you're not going to win anything, bro. The leaders, the players that can go to the locker room and when they speak, everybody's quiet. I don't care what your name is. When I'm in the locker room and I'm speaking, shush. Players like Nacho. Nacho wasn't a superstar, but Nacho was a leader. When Nacho was in the locker room, whether your name was Vinicius, you shut the F up. You sit there and be quiet when because I'm Madridista, bro. I've been at this club my whole life. You came here, you found me here, bro. You should sit your ass there and quiet. Be quiet. You understand what I mean, right? You may score the goals, but I'm the leader. I'm the captain. You understand what I mean, right? This locker room, they don't have it. And that's why guys like Vinny are out of control. That's why you even see it with Bellingham. This is why when they lose, they're salty, man. Because they don't have leaders. They don't have players that can be like, hey, we lose, take the L and learn from it and let's get better. No, when these guys lose, they complain. They talk about referees. They try to be salty. They do all of that. And I'm like, that is the problem. That is the problem, bro. And this is what and this is why I'm like, bro, if you had players like Ramos, this is like, you remember, I don't know if you remember this, when we played them in the Super Cup and Mbappe was refusing to do the guard of honor. And Alonso was sitting telling him, yo, let's go do this guard of honor. And he said, they said no, and the players went back to look at him. Bro, if that was Ramos, all Ramos had to do was just look at them in the eye and said, brother, you better get your ass on that podium and give them a guard of honor, or else they're gonna deal with me in the locker room. You understand what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Can you think Mbappe is going to be hard-headed with Ramos? You think Ramos gives a damn who Mbappe is? That's the thing, man. And I even saw it in the game against Benfica, bro. In the game against Benfica, no side. You just lost. You just bottled top 8. Your fans have traveled all the way to come and watch you guys battle top 8. You don't even have the respect to go and clap your fans who are still in the stadium. I'm literally just seeing Courtois literally telling them, yo, let's go and give credit to the fans who came in after we just completely shit the bed. But it shows you, man, this team is so entitled. And that's why I always said, bro, it doesn't matter where we are, bro, right now, this season. Real Madrid, this Madrid team doesn't fear. I don't fear this Madrid team.
No.
Don't fear in me. You think Mbappe, Villian? No. The reason they do this because these guys are showing me they don't have it in here. You gotta have it in here and here for me to actually fear you.
That's the same way I feel about Man City. When they're coming out excuses about the referees and about VAR, I said, yeah, you don't have it here. The pressure's getting to you because past City didn't talk about that. Past Real Madrid teams find a way. Yeah. Even when they weren't great. You remember when they won the Champions League with Vinny and Rodrigo up front? No striker. Found a way.
Because they had Kroos and Modric.
Come on, bro. Like that team, when you look at that team, you're like, okay, you've got Tchouaméni, you got Camavinga, okay, good midfielders. But then you got Arda Güler that's very young to be carrying that weight of responsibility. You've got Bellingham, that's a very basic midfielder. He's more an athlete than anything else. I don't see no creativity from him. I don't see anything. The only one thing that I think Bellingham can do is if he's in the box, he's got a decent finish on him. He can finish the ball. That's about it. He's not creative. You took out Modric. Who have you got? You got Valverde, but most of the time they play him in the wings. They don't play him in the midfield. Who in that midfield really creates? Or is that number 8? That can actually.
I would say probably Güler, Arda Güler. Realistically, he's the only. No, I'm not saying he's as good. No, he's not. Don't get it twisted. He's not at what they used to have. But
he's not. He's a potential player. He's not a player that's ready now. That's what I'm saying.
That's why they're trying to. Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? And that weight of responsibility. You know, Real Madrid, man, is glory or nothing. Arda Güler's not ready. He's 20 years old, bro. Come on, man. He's not ready to take over from Modric. He's supposed to be an understudy to someone like, a Modric, which obviously is now too old.
Modric or Kroos, yeah.
You know what I mean? A Kroos, players like that. Like, you're getting rid of Kroos, Modric, and where's the replacements?
And where the replacements? Yeah, to be fair, a lot of the Madrid fans who I talk to, they talk about it. They're like, yo, where was the Kroos replaced? Where was Kroos replaced? We should have replaced Kroos that season when Mbappe arrived. Instead of putting all that money for Kylian Mbappe, first thing that should have been in the mind of the club, let's get a Kroos replacement. Go get me an Enzo Fernandez. Go get me anyone that they were looking at the time. Get me someone. I need that one.
So they've done this before, Makalele. They've done these kind of decisions before. You know what I mean? They've done this before. This is history repeating itself with Real Madrid. They do these decisions where they start going for, who's the new shiny toy? And it's like, it's not about that. It's about building a team. You know what I mean? When Barca didn't have a lot of money, look at the recruitment from La Masia. Look at the way that they construct the team. When they're going in for Rafinha, they had a plan. When they're going in for Lewandowski, there's a plan. When they're going for Dani Olmo, there's a plan. When they go and get Pedri, there's a plan behind that. When they go and get De Jong, there's a plan. Everything looks good on paper, but this ain't FIFA Ultimate Team. This is real life. It doesn't work like that. You have to build a cohesive team with a plan and a role set for each player. Whereas Real Madrid, it's like, okay, you got Tchouaméni, he's a good player. You got Camavinga, what's the idea? You got Valverde there, what's the idea? What's the idea? You got Adegula, you've got Belling. What's the idea? How does all these players come together to make a cohesive team? I don't see it. And then you've got Rodrigo and Vinny, and then I'm looking at two wingers that can be very inconsistent, a style of play that's dead in my opinion, and a striker in Mbappe that wants to play off the shoulder of the striker. He's not somebody that
He's not a striker, bro. That's the first thing.
When he does play as a striker, he wants to play on the counter attack.
He's trying to move the ball. You watch. I don't know if you watch Mbappe. Mbappe is always on Vinny's side. That's why the people said he doesn't work.
He's a winger though.
Yeah.
He's a winger who can play striker, but he's a winger that if he's going to play striker, he needs space. If he's going to be effective, without the space, he's not doing nothing. Because he's not an out and out striker. So that's what they built. That's what they built, bro.
Hey, listen, I love it. Don't get it twisted. I may be sitting here being critical of them. I don't care. Please, man. Don't get a creative player in the summer. Please. You know what, right? Go get a defender or something like that. Because you guys, your defense is dead. You're right. Hoysen, he's falling off. But I'm not gonna lie. Hoysen falling off. Militao is very good, but dude, this guy, he's so injured. Bro, both of his ACLs are gone. Like, you can see it. He can't stay fit to save his life, even though when he's fit, he is their best defender. Rudiger, finito. Alaba, finito, bro. They are finished. Like, Alaba is getting paid 400 grand per week, no, sir. 400 grand, bro. Like, this is Bartomeu. This is us on the Bartomeu levels of bad. I want you to understand, bro. I'm enjoying this. Listen, man. Long may it continue. Listen, bro. Listen. Don't worry about it, man. Let the Vinny, Rodrigo, Mbappe front three continue, man. We need to see more of that. Don't worry about it, but it'll work out. It'll work out, man. Listen, it is what it is. Barcelona, we're still doing our thing. And you know what, right? We needed this. We needed this, bro. We needed to see this decline, bro. Because these guys, when they were on the high horse, they were annoying. Annoying. Nah, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for the smoke, bro. I'm here for the tears. I want to see more Madrid tears, bro. I want to see it all. I want it all, bro. It is what it is. But look, at the end of the day, for me, I think that we can win the treble. I think that, at the end of the day, yeah, these guys have been good. And to be fair, I will say this also, no, sir. When you look at Atletico Madrid, they been spending a lot of money, bro. I know you talk about the age of the team, but let me just name a few players that they just signed. They just January. They signed Mendoza from Elche, who's a very good player. They signed Vargas, who know him. He was at Seattle, right? Lookman, like I mentioned. Last season they got Nico Gonzalez, Raspadori, right? They signed Raspadori. They signed Hanko, Hubel, Almeida, Alex Baena, if you remember him, right? They signed Baena, Johnny Cardoso. I'm gonna be very honest with you, no side. Rogeri, bro. They've recruited. One thing I would tell you about Simeone, he's definitely recruited. So a lot of the other players that you're mentioning, right? Like the Coques, they've got Baena. They've got Johnny Cardoso, who can take their place. You understand what I mean, right? Griezmann, doesn't matter, right? They've got Lookman there, Soloth is there, Alvarez is still there. You understand what I mean, right? So they got Alvarez. Maybe in the summer they might try to maybe get another striker, but then Soloth is there, who is very effective. You understand what I mean, right? Like, don't be surprised, man. They've been signing players, and people have been quiet. They've been missing this, but they have been signing a lot of good players. You understand what I mean, right? And a lot of young players. So they're building for the future, 100%. You understand what I mean, right? But listen, at the end of the day, Real Madrid, they can continue doing what they're doing. They've been financially mismanagement. And here's the thing, no, sir, right? One thing I also didn't forget to mention is we are getting ever closer to being in the 101 rule. The 101 rule is the thing that is stopping us from going out to actually go get the players that we want. Because the problem with the 101 rule is whatever money we make, right now, sir, any money that we make, we can spend the money that we make. So every season when we get trophies, attendance in the stadium, all of this stuff, we have to cut that every season. That's why we don't go out and actually spend money. You understand what I mean, right? But once we're in the 101 rule, we can actually go and spend as much as we make. And we know Barcelona make money. We make money every year, right? So the moment we start spending what we make now, sir, you can go and get a striker. You can go get the defenders. And I'm telling you right now, when that is done, Real Madrid are finished. Because for me, I feel like Florentino Perez, bro, he's done. Apparently, next season is gonna be his last season. He's gonna finally retire. But he needs to go, man. He needs to retire for his sake. Bro, I've been seeing Madrid fans. Have you been seeing the Madrid fans booing their players? No, sir. Did you see the Levante game?
Nah, I didn't see that game.
Dude, go please. Do yourself a favor. Go and watch the Levante game and see the boos that Vini was getting. Florentino Perez was getting. Dude, the boos were woo. It was nasty, bro. They were going in on these guys. Because I think was it after what was it? This was after they lost to Albacete. Yeah, when they lost to us in the cup, and then they went to the Copa del Rey and lost to Albacete. Bro, the first league game at the Bernabeu on that Saturday. Oh my goodness, bro! I haven't heard boos that loud in that stadium for a long time, bro. Oh yeah, every time they pin the camera on Florentino. No time when they pin the camera on Florentino, bro. Oh my god, the decibels went crazy. They are done with this guy. They want him gone. They blame him the most because they think, yo, you were so obsessed with Kylian Mbappe, you didn't actually go and actually get the players that we actually needed. You were just like, we need this place, we need this place, we need this place. Like, it is what it is, man. So his contract runs out in 2029. Hey, listen, I hope he stays till 2029, bro. Please, man, stay until 2029, bro. We will be here for that. Big up to my guys, Ruben. Yeah, exactly. No, sir. Listen, Ruben Neves was talking about leaving Al Hilal. Ruben Neves is a player that could actually improve their midfield, and they could have gotten him for about what, 20 million, maybe 20, 30 million. They didn't want to put the money down. And this is why a lot of the Madrid fans are pissed off, bro. Because there are some players who can fit their midfield who are available that they are not going to go and sign. Because Ruben Neves is in the Saudi league and he's not a big name. They need a Enzo Fernandez level of name in their team. You understand what I mean, right? Enzo, that's what they want. Right? That's your problem. That's your problem. You guys don't want to do the plan B thing and fix for now and focus on getting the big players later. But no, they want the big players now. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. He says next season he's here for the next 3 years. Yeah. Oh, bro, my guy Omar, man, he is going through it. Big up to my guy. He says the difference between Barcelona and Real Madrid is that Real Madrid rely on individual brilliance while Barcelona play as a team. What do you say about this? Do you think this guy has a point?
Everything is different about Barcelona. They're a team. They play as a unit. They're cohesive. The manager actually has a proper idea. Obviously, their manager got sacked and now they got a blower. Everything is different. Barcelona is a team. Whether you like the way Barcelona plays or not, or whether you think it's very gun-ho football, there's a team, there's a clear plan, and everybody knows their role. And that's why you can bring somebody like a Rashford, and still get a tune out of the player because there's an idea, there's an identity. The problem is Real Madrid have certain individuals that I would take at Arsenal, and I wouldn't mind going to Barcelona. I like Camavinga. I think he's a very good player. I don't think Valverde is a bad player. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I think Rodrigo, he's not a bad player. I think Ardagula is an upcoming talent. I don't think Tchouaméni is bad. The problem is there's no idea around these players. Same thing as Galacticos. Nobody can tell me Raul was a shit player. He was their, what was he, the highest goal scorer until Ronaldo went there?
Yes, he was.
Thank you. Nobody can tell me R9's a shit player. Nobody can tell me Roberto Carlos is shit, or Figo, or Beckham. The problem is there was no cohesive team built around those players. And like you said, it was egos. There wasn't a plan. Trying to put a starting 11 to shoehorn everybody into the team instead of being there in merit in terms of who's playing and what's better for the team. And not getting rid of Makalele. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So,
dude, that Makalele thing was the worst. That was the worst transfer that club ever made, man. They ruined themselves.
In teams, bro. You need workmen. You need creators. You need players that have certain attributes. You need gunmen. You need this. You need that. Bro, it is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need those kind of players in a team, bro. Not everybody can be a Cristiano Ronaldo. And when you want everybody to be a Cristiano Ronaldo and a KDB, it ain't going to work, bro. You need those players. You need Fernandinho. You need Rodri's. You know what I'm saying? You need the Kyle Walkers. You need those players. You need the Ruben Diaz's. You know what I mean? You need the companies. You need these players, bro. Not everybody's going to be the same type of star. When you're trying to shoehorn everything, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And this is why Arsenal in 06 was able to beat Real Madrid, knock them out of the Champions League and get to the final against Barca.
People always look at the squads and they think, how did that bad Arsenal team beat? I'm like, bro, do you understand everyone was beating Real Madrid that season? Even that, in that same season was the same season when Lyon beat them 3-0 in the group stages. No, sir. One of my earliest memories as a football fan was that watching that game live. As a young kid, I was like 9, 10, right? Watching that game. But no, I was like 8, 9-ish, because this was in 05, that Champions League match specifically. So I was like 8, 9 years old, right? I remember watching that game live. And I used to remember, because I was just growing into football. So I didn't even know how good Madrid were. But I knew some of the players that they had, because I had seen them everywhere on posters and stuff, right? So I was like, this team, they have all these players who I see all the time. And I used to remember watching it with my uncle. I was like, Uncle, how good is the team in white? He said they're one of the best teams in the world. I'm like, but are they the ones that are winning or are they the ones that are losing? He said, no, they're the team that is losing right now. I'm like, so how is this team full of superstars losing to this team who I don't even recognize any of their players? He said, it's just football, man. But this is my point. And then it was so funny because a few weeks later is when I watched the El Clasico growing up, and that was the first time I supported Barcelona, seeing when Ronaldinho cooked them at the Bernabeu. I'm telling you, man, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Long may it continue. Crystal Palace spend more money in January in the transfer window than Real Madrid. Real Madrid don't spend money in January. That's the funniest thing, no sense. They put all their money in the summer, but they never spend money in January, and it makes no sense. Because January is the whole idea of signing players in January is to get the players that are, fixing, that need fixing soon, right? So it is what it is. It says Real Madrid were playing better before Mbappe arrived. Since Mbappe arrived, the chemistry has been ruined. Yeah, that's one of it, but it's not the biggest thing too. People have to acknowledge the fact that losing Modric and Kroos played a huge role into their decline as well, especially losing Kroos, because Kroos left the season that Mbappe arrived. People forget this. Kroos retired the season that Mbappe arrived, right? So, yeah, it is what it is. Guys, smash the likes. We're almost on 40 likes. We're not even on 40 likes yet, man. Pick up to every single one of you. It says Real Madrid didn't need Mbappe because of him and Vinny in the same position. Bro, listen, man. Madrid fans wanted to see it. I remember people were like, "Oh, football is." Remember when they were saying this? Europe is now ready now, sir, for Vinny and Mbappe in the same team. Yeah. They told us. Yeah, I remember, man. I remember. It is what it is. It says we have tow trucks in. Omar says that they have tow trucks in midfield now. Said no ballers. There's Ada Gula who's inconsistent. Man said tow trucks, man. There's like Chouameni and Kamavinga and all them, man. Ceballos in the bench. Oh man, bro, it's crazy. But listen, guys, big up to every single one of you guys. We are gonna be closing now. No, sir. What you got coming up on your channel, man? You got any stuff coming up before the weekend? And we're gonna also talk about the weekend too. I'm gonna talk about the weekend.
More live shows. You already know, man. More live shows, more clips. Yeah, man. We working, man. We working, bro. We keep working.
Been enjoying the clips, by the way. I've been following the clips, man. The clips are pretty good, man. When I'm not watching the full streams, I'm watching the clips.
Not everyone's got the time to be watching 2-hour, 3-hour, 4-hour, 5-hour shows, innit? So when you clip it up, then you repurpose the content, innit?
For sure. I mean, listen, man. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Northside's channel. I'm going to put the link to his channel in the collab, but I'm also going to put it in the description, so make sure you guys go subscribe to him. But Northside, final thing, man. In the weekend, you guys are playing Sunderland. We just mentioned Sunderland earlier, but yeah, Sunderland at home. What are you saying, man? Like, get the win, because there's a lot of good games coming up. The biggest one being United versus Tottenham, right? But also we've got, I guess, City against Liverpool on Sunday. So how important is this game against Sunderland for you? Because this could be huge in what happens on Sunday.
Every game's a final. You want to win the league? Every game's a final. That's how you win leagues. You know what I'm saying? Every game's a final. It's a must win every single game. And we've got a very favourable run. I think we've got Tottenham in there. We've got Man City. I think one of our last couple of games is Man City. All winnable games. All these games are winnable games. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got a favourable run, and Sunderland. Hopefully, Arteta learns from the first game we faced Sunderland, where we didn't turn up in the first half. Second half, we were better in the second half, but then we went 2-1 up, and all of a sudden we started parking the bus. I don't want to see none of this parking the bus stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want to see none of that parking the bus stuff. Go for the game, go for the kill, and get over the line. And yeah, man, that's what I expect, man. That's what I want to see. So yeah, bro, it's just one of them ones. Just go for the kill. You know what I mean? Go for the kill. Whether this manager does it or not, I don't think so. I don't think he's going to change. I think he's going to look at it like, I'm going to keep playing pragmatic. We topped the table in the Champions League. We're top of the league at the moment in England, and we're in a cup final. So I think he's going to use that as a justification as to continue playing the way he's playing. I think that's going to be a massive, massive mistake. So yeah, man. But yeah, man, come on, man. You already know, man. Come on, bro. New to the city, man. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Well, I've been here over a month now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? I can't wait for the summertime and experiencing the summertime here, actually living here. So yeah, man.
Yeah. Listen, man, next destination for me is there, man. I do definitely want to come by maybe this year or next year. I'm planning a trip, man. I'm definitely planning a trip because it's a dream for me. I do want to go watch a Barca game live, though. Yeah, for sure. But for you, so what are you saying scoreline wise against Sunderland? What are you saying?
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal? I'm going to go 2-0. I think you guys are going to keep a clean sheet. I think it's going to be a standard 2-0 victory. And yeah, we'll see what happens on Sunday as well, because Liverpool versus City. Bournemouth are playing against Villa around the same time for you guys. So that's going to be a game also you keep an eye on. And also, I'll be honest with you, man. The games recently, Northside, right? Every weekend it seems like there's drama in some games. Last week, I think all of the teams that were in the title race all drop points apart from Arsenal. Like that was the crazy thing. Villa drop points, City drop points, all of the teams drop points. So anything can happen, man. This weekend we could see another one, man. Who knows? But listen, guys.
Against Man United, don't remember. People are forgetting.
Oh yeah.
The other week we dropped points against Man United. That's always there. You know what I mean? This is why you don't know what kind of Arsenal is going to turn up, bro.
We'll see what happens. But listen, guys, big up to every single one of you guys who've been here. Listen, guys, we're going to redirect you all. And make sure you guys smash the like, guys. Get me to 40 likes before you get out of here. But, guys, we're going to be redirecting you guys to Liga, man. Lee is live. My guys always laugh around this time, man. This brother never sleeps, man. My goodness. But yeah, he's talking about, I guess.
Just to piss him off.
Yeah, man. Listen, I know, right? He's out there critiquing the Chelsea fans now, man. Like he's cooking, what's his name, the manager right now. Apparently he was crying in his post-match. We'll see what happens, man. But listen, make sure you guys go put Omar rate in the comment section below. Big up to Lee, and make sure you guys go subscribe to Northside. Listen, Northside, we're gonna start running this show now, man. Because we've been talking about this for a while, right? We're gonna try to see maybe we can do it like every Wednesday, because I'm trying to do like a scheduling thing, right? We're gonna definitely talk about it. I'm trying to do this show like every Wednesday-ish, right? So we'll definitely talk about it after we're done. And yeah, man, we're gonna get into this. So yeah, you guys will be seeing this show more frequently, guys. The Barca, because Northside is now a Barca fan, he's an Arsenal fan, he's now a Barca fan. So listen, it only makes sense, man. It only makes sense that we run this show, man. But yeah, big up to every single one of you. Yeah, man, listen, Lookman is looking scary, but hopefully he doesn't turn up against my club. That's all I'm asking, because I'm gonna be fuming if he scores against us. But yeah, it is what it is. Right? Big up to every single one of you guys. Omar Raid incoming to League Ghana. Big up to you guys every single time. Visca Barca. Peace.
Love.